Let's give a round of applause for the arriving dignitary. Assalamualaikum. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the highly anticipated IEEE International Conference, Smart GenCon 2023, technical co-sponsored by IEEE Bangalore section, where brilliant minds from around the world gather to exchange ideas, inspire each other, and shape the future. Well, I, Zahra Amrit, serving as the IEEE coordinator, shall be your host for the day. We are honored to have all of you join us today as we embark on this incredible journey of knowledge, innovation, and collaboration. It is with profound pleasure that I extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you. Every morning brings us new thoughts, new words, new strength, and endless possibilities. So, to enlighten us and brighten our inaugural program with verses of Holy Quran, I call upon Hazrat Shoaib Hassan Imam Sahib GC.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنكم وما تعبدون من دون الله حصب جهنم أنتم لها واردون. لو كان هؤلاء آلهة وردوها وكل فيها خالدون. لهم فيها زفير وهم فيها لا يسمعون. إن الذين سبقت لهم من الحسنى أولئك عنها مبعدون. لا يسمعون حسيسها وهم فيما اشتهت أنفسهم خالدون. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Thank you, Imam Sahib, for gracing us with your presence. Now, I would like to invite Dr. N.S. Kumar, Professor and Head R&D, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning to you all. Respected Chairman, Honorary Secretary, Principal, Chief Guests, Keynote Speaker, HODs, authors of the papers, colleagues, and my dear students. I am very pleased to welcome you all to this 2023 IEEE. This is an international conference on smart generation computing, communication and networking. We call it as Smart GenCon. This is being organized from today 29th December up to 31st December from our GHOUSIA College of Engineering, Ramanagara. Our college, GHOUSIA College of Engineering, is approved by AICTE, Government of India, affiliated to VTU, Visvesvaraya Technological University, Belagaum, and also it has been accredited by NBA, including NAC accreditation. It has 7 undergraduate courses and also 4 postgraduate courses, including 5 research centers which will offer PhD degree under VTU. The institute was established, I am very happy to say that, in the year 1980. Now it is almost 43rd year under the aegis of GHOUSIA Industrial and Engineering Trust, which is in Bangalore. It is over around 35 acres of land with large infrastructure, which you know, and a very good up-to-date modern laboratories with state-of-the-art facilities. The central library with modern facilities we have, and the digital library provides knowledge base for all the students as per the need. The campus is also having Wi-Fi connected with large bandwidth internet facilities. College has received very important, please note, Excellent Engineering College Award in Karnataka from VTU in the year 2016, and also National Educational Excellence Award in the year 2019. GCE has been granted an institutional membership of the Institution of Engineers, Calcutta, since 2017. We have MOU, means Memorandum of Understanding, with leading research organizations and industries, professional society activities, and student clubs in all the departments do exist to strengthen industry-institute interaction, which is very important for all the students. We have already conducted a lot of seminars, conferences, workshops, both national, international, including FDP, means Faculty Development Programs, continuously for both helping the students as well as the staff for upgrading their knowledge. Now I am very happy to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Zia Saqib, Senior Vice President, Technology, Innovation and Development, Geo Platforms Limited, Mumbai. He is working as Senior Vice President VP of this Innovation and Development at Geo Platform since 17 August. Prior to this, he has worked as Executive Director of the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, we call it as CDAC, Mumbai, for about 12 years, from January 2006 till January 2017, where he headed the R&D in biometrics, cybersecurity, e-governance. Many such initiatives later culminated into successful products under the National E-Governance Plan of India. His primary interests are in the areas of adaptive signal processing, computer vision, artificial intelligence, that is AI. He applies these areas to develop technology for government to citizen platforms, healthcare applications. Lately, he has rolled out a healthcare AI portal which addresses the gap in rural and remote areas for screening and detecting the diabetic eye diseases such as diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma, etc. Now I request our honorable chairman and the honorary secretary to felicitate our chief guest as a token of love. I request. Yeah. We request to gift. Get it. Slow. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. I am very happy also to introduce Dr. Professor Chanakya Kumar Jha. He is the Director Planning, Siddhant Group of Institutions, Pune. He is Senior Member of IEEE, Vice Chair, IEEE India Council, Member, Humanitarian Activity Committee, IEEE Region, Asia Pacific, and also Vice Chair, IEEE Power Line Communication, IEEE Standards, India Council, along with Coordinator of IEEE Smart Village in Maharashtra, and he is the advisor of IEEE Smart Village Asia Pacific, Chair for IEEE, and also subcommittee members in USA, executive member of IEEE Bombay section, outreach chair of IEEE Bombay, India, and he has been awarded as youngest social educationalist of Digital India by Education Post 2016, awarded as Best Research Paper Award WICOM, WICOM, that was the corporation in 2012, Appreciation Award from Divya University, that is in Iraq government, for research coordination. We are very happy. I request Chairman and Honorary Secretary to felicitate our chief guest as a token of love. Come first. The year 1961. Its main aim is to promote and provide quality technical education at all levels to the student community in general and the rural youth in particular. Dr. Ahmed Sharif Siraj is a executive social worker. Presently, he is the chairman of GENCON Bangalore, Ayesha Aminat Trust Bangalore, Vice Chairman of Alamin Educational Society Bangalore. I request our Honorary Secretary to felicitate our beloved Chairman as a token of love, please.
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for accepting the Mr. Kumar is going on. It is speaking from the MS College in Bangalore. He is the son of legend, Dr. Baba Italy. He is the founder of Alamin Education Society. Number of social workers support him to start and establish around 20 branches of Alamin Education Society and 250 institutions throughout the country. Umar Ismail Khan, presently he is the chairman of Alamin Education Society Bangalore, Karnataka Minority Development Helpline, Government of Karnataka, Honorary Secretary of GHOUSIA Industrial Engineering Trust Bangalore, Ayesha Aminat Trust Bangalore, Alamin Residential School Trust Hospital, and he is also the life member of Karnataka State Cricket Association. I request our principal to felicitate our beloved Honorary Secretary and Thank you very much, sir, for accepting our Our principal, Dr. Zahir Hussain, who said he has joined here since 6 months back. He did his PhD from IIT Delhi in mechanical engineering in 2008. He has more than 26 years of experience in teaching, industry, research, and administrator at different positions. He worked as a principal. Thank you very much for accepting. I welcome you all my dear students and also have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your warm welcome. So, in fact, we welcome you, sir, for this conference. I would like to request Mr. Professor Ejaz Ahmad, sir, to facilitate MS Kumar, sir. Now, I would like to call Professor Mohammad Fazle Ilahi to brief about the conference.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, Namaskara, good morning, Assalamu alaikum. First and foremost, I would like to thank Almighty, the most gracious and the most merciful, for His blessings given me to establish the IEEE International Conference and making us what we are today. My greatest gratitude and appreciations are to the legend Dr. Mumtaz Ahmad Khan, Baba-e-Talim, founder of Alamin Movement, who has given me an opportunity to be a part of this organization. From the bottom of heart, I am thankful to him. Before going to brief about the conference, just two things I want to highlight. The participants are from various places here, gathered here. So at the left side of your side, photo is there. He is a Haji Nabi Sharif, founder of GIT. Chairman, he is a son of father of Chairman Dr. Hamad Sharif Shira sir. And at your right side, founder of Alamin Movement, Dr. Mumtaz Ahmad Khan, father of Honorable Secretary Janab Umar Ismail Khan Sahab. So because I highlighted this, because of them today we are standing here, because of them today we are here by the grace of Almighty. To be frank, we should not forget our elders in all the functions. Without their blessings, it can't be a grand successful. Yeah, coming to the brief about the conference. Paper receipts from various 24 countries like China, USA, UK, Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Australia, Thailand, India, and many more countries. Total number of papers receipts are 1,342. Technical papers reviewed are 1,342. Total number of reviewers were 156. Acceptance ratio was 22%. The total number of technical paper accepted for this third SmartGen conference is 442 papers were accepted. Among them, 308 papers got registered for this conference. It's the biggest achievement for SmartGen conference. And right now conference in hybrid mode, having parallelly it's going on 32 sections, that is from 29 to 31st December of 2023 with 3 keynote speakers. 2 are physical, 1 will be online for tomorrow's section from China. This is the brief about the conference. Last 2 things I want to tell. For everything whatever we do, for my dear students, I'm telling this, I'm motivating you. Whatever people tells you, please be least bother about that. Say that कुछ देर की खामोशी है, कुछ देर की खामोशी है, फिर शोर आएगा. कुछ देर की खामोशी है, फिर शोर आएगा. तुम्हारा वक्त आया है, हमारा दौर आएगा. उस दौर में एक इतिहास लिखा जाएगा. इस बात पर मैं मेरी स्पीच खत्म करता हूँ. थैंक यू वन एंड ऑल.
Thank you, Ilahi. Before we proceed, let us take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to our convener, Professor Mohammad Fazle Ilahi, who made this event possible. His dedication and hard work are commendable, and we are truly grateful for his unwavering support. Now, without further ado, I request dignitaries on the dais to release the conference proceedings.
Get it, books, fast.
A big round of applause from the audience. This is truly a moment of great significance and pride for each one of us. Thank you, dignitaries. Now, I would like to invite our chief guest, Dr. Zia Saqib, Senior Vice President, Technology Innovation and Development Geo Platforms Limited, Gansoli, Navi Mumbai, to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. Assalamu alaikum. I'm thankful today to be here, actually very glad to be here. Thank you, University of Engineering and IEEE, Mr. Harish Patil, who have invited me. It's amazing every time I attend any IEEE conference. I see so many young and enthusiastic faces and energetic faculty members sitting, trying to understand what's happening in the world, in the field of engineering, science. And I look at my own journey last couple of decades. And if I travel back in time, let's say 25 years from now, I feel that today, 25-30 years ago, when you graduate from college, the first objective was to find a job, right? Even today it is. Am I right? But I think if you look at today's world, it has moved a lot in terms of what is happening in the universe today. So today, the objective is not just to get a job. It's not just to get a livelihood. I think we have moved into a space today, give or take, whatever is happening in the world. We have moved to a world where if I can inspire even 10% of you, motivate even 10% of you to take up the journey of entrepreneurship and innovation, I'll consider my life's work. If this option was given to me, for example, of my generation, we would have been in a different place. Although I had a very comfortable and cozy corporate life, 25-30 years. I spent 20 years in government job as head of CDAC. Some of you may have heard of CDAC. I was heading CDAC for some time, over 12 years. And I joined Reliance, a pretty comfortable Reliance job, of a typical corporate job. You are living somebody else's dream. You're not living your dream. You have a pretty decent paycheck. Not bad. You don't become rich, but you're okay. But you're not living your dream, you're living somebody else's dream. So if I can urge some of you to stand up and say, I live my dream, not somebody else's dream. That will be my biggest achievement in life. I try to inculcate this wherever I go. That today's world requires more entrepreneurs, more free thinkers. Remember, you have come to college not to acquire just knowledge. After all, knowledge which you are getting in this college or anywhere is freely available, as all of you know. Internet is full of knowledge. In addition to knowledge, what we are being trained today is to be free thinkers, free researchers. Some of you will end up as free researchers, and some of you will end up as free thinkers. Try to be a free thinker, come out of the clutches of finding a job, and so you'll do a great favor to yourself, to your families, and eventually, one day, to the nation. Yeah, if I have time, with 5 minutes time, can I? After, okay. I have a small presentation, maybe 10 minutes, where I show you some of the happenings in the world of medical technology, and how medical technology has transformed the last 10 years, and how each one of us can contribute to it academically as well as personally. So I'll come back, maybe after this convention, and then probably show you some of my thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now, I would like to invite our Honorable Secretary, Mr. Umar Ismail Khan, for presidential address.
Morning, everyone. Respected, distinguished dignitary of that, staff and visitors. I'm very happy to be here today. This is one more activity in the college itself. We've been doing all these progressive activities for the benefit of the students. So first place Lahi has organized a very good program, and it's a team effort that our entire college has been involved in. Since for the past few years, you have noticed, the staff has noticed, that something or the other is going on in this college. Every week does not pass without having some activity. All this is done for the wholesome development of the students. Whether it being sports, extracurricular activities, academics, excursions, etc. In this college, we are very active for your welfare, and we try to provide you the best infrastructure possible, the best staff, and every single one of you, every single student of you is our responsibility, and you are an asset to the country. And we want to nurture you in such a way that once you leave this institution, you are an asset to the country, you are an asset to your family, and you will earn your own legal bread. As I was saying, this IEEE conference, every time when I see the technical part of it, the effort that have gone on, 430 papers shortlisted, selected. How much effort has gone to that? How many people were involved in this? It's not easy. To get even about 11 international papers for all of the conference that took so much effort. So many thousands of people have participated here. So it shows the level that we are taking it to. Probably next year it will be much more than this. This kind of activities on, I congratulate all of the people who are involved in this. The time we all are in now is probably the golden period of Indian technology. When we were studying engineering, the kind of salary we were expecting and happy with when we passed out, and the kind of infrastructure we were provided, and internet was just starting to come in that time. It was a different situation. Now we all are in such a good situation thanks to the government of India, the opportunities that have been provided to the HR ministry, they are all worried about your future and they are providing you so much more than we got. And not only that, even the parents now, see, when we passed out, there was a responsibility on us. As soon as we passed out, the burden of taking over from your father, the burden that your father was carrying on his shoulders was on us. We wanted to share the burden, share the bills, start earning and support the house. But now many of the parents, they say, no, let my son study more. After his BE, let him do MS, let him do PhD. We are fit and fine. Till then, let him study. So this is the time we all are living in now. Most parents are young enough to support you all till you finish your degree and go on for research, etc. Plane loads of students are leaving the country. When I go in the night sometimes to the airport to drop somebody, so many young people are going to the US, Europe, etc. for further study, for research. So all the places in the world where we never even heard of. So this is the time we all are living in. So there is no substitute to hard work. All of you have to have focus, goal. Your goal is very important. Then you work along the goal, and hard work and discipline. You have a goal and you sleep and hard work, it will not come to you. As long as you are working hard, you plan your time, give more time to studies, more time to gain knowledge. And when you sit in the company of people who have knowledgeable, who speak good English, if you speak good English and you can convince the people who is interviewing you that you are a knowledgeable person, immediately they will take a liking to you. So mix with people, try to speak in English as much as possible. This is the global language that we should know, especially young people who are go abroad and work elsewhere, etc. Anywhere. So this is command over English is also very important. As said, be free thinkers. Yeah. You are you are aware of the great people like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and all the other people. The other people who are free thinkers. They were not in some kind of a box. They thought openly. They thought out of the box. That's why they have achieved that. And many Indians also are doing that. Hundreds of young entrepreneurs in all over the world. So be free thinkers. Have a good attitude, discipline in your life. Take the blessings of your parents, and you will do wonders. After the session, of course, there will be a technical talk. So I leave these people for that. For the technical talk, we are administrative people. We run administration. We run many schools, colleges, right from nursery to post-graduation. So our aim is to produce students who are good in study, good in character, have social responsibility, and when they pass out, they become good citizens of the country. This is our aim for our institutions. So I wish you all the best. Take the best benefit of this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Secretary, for your insightful and inspiring address. Now, I would like to call Dr. Chanakya, our distinguished guest, to share few words about the conference.
Very good morning to all of you. Respected and Honorable Chairman of Al-Amin Education Society, Honorable Secretary of this society, Khan sir, Principal of GHOUSIA College of Engineering and Technology, Registrar and Dean, other faculty members of this organization. So I am very thankful to you all to be a part of this Smart Generation Conference. This is the third generation conference. So almost 3 years ago, the concept of Smart Conference, Smart Generation Conference has been started. And this is now the third series. I am associating this institution and associate with this conference since the inception. Continuously from the first conference, the conference value, the conference remark, indexing, abstracting is increasing continuously. I remember for the first conference, there was total paper was submitted for this conference around 787, and now continuously as the convener and the branch counselor of the IEEE, my friend Dr. Lahi has given the introduction, a brief introduction about this conference and now he received 1300 papers something. It is really a difficult task to call the paper and submit the paper for the individual conference, because there are many specific matters and things that is utilized for asking the papers. Even the call for papers for this conference is very broad. According to the call for papers, I think the many papers from the different arena is available in the proceedings also. And the 22% of acceptance is itself a remarkable achievement for this conference organizing team. So I am very thankful to the organizing team to continuously work for the conference. That is the reason the conference is going in the high quality in all aspects. The meaning of conference, actually the conference word comes from the French word, and the entire conference word starts from the confer. Confer, the meaning of confer, to discuss and share and comparative ideas for one point, for one discussion point. So this is a very good initiates to organize the conference here, and this is the Smart Generation Conference. And I will just go through this proceedings. You will find it is really a conference that having the involvement with the smart technologies. This is the conference that you will get the papers from the medical field. You will get the papers from the agriculture areas. You will get the paper. You will find the papers from medical, dental, agriculture science, and many interdisciplinary areas. So it is a great time and very tough time to initiate the involve the interdisciplinary kind of activities. Many survey papers and comparative papers in this conference, and really it's a utilization of the word, the Smart Generation Conference on technologies by communication, computing, and networking. So I am very thankful to all people who call me here to be the part of this conference, and I'm thankful to all the participants who listen me very clearly and patiently, and Mr. Elahi, who has taken the great effort to organize this conference in all moments. It is a conference. This conference is for the 3 days, but it is not actually the conference for the 3 days. The effort behind to organize the conference is continuous effort of 8 and 9 months. So thankful to the organizing committee and all the people. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I'd like to invite our beloved principal, Dr. Zahir Hassan, for a vote of thanks.
Respected Chairman Sir, Secretary Sir, Chief Guest Dr. Priyata, Keynote Speaker Mr. Suman, Professor Chanakya, Director Planning, Siddharth Group of Institution, Pune, Convener, Co-Convener, Director R&D, HOD, and paper presenter, authors, my dear colleagues, dear students, Assalamu alaikum and good morning, all of you. On behalf of our management, I am pleased to pay my thanks to first of Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, who gave us the right direction to make this third IEEE International Conference on Smart Generation Computing, Communication and Networking, Smart Gen 2023, a great success, which we have organizing this conference from 29th December to 31st December 2023 at the GHOUSIA College of Engineering, Ramnagar. I pay my thanks to all dignitaries on the dais, convener Professor Sudhile Elahi, co-convener Ms. Zahra Amreen, Director R&D, IQC in charge, all session chairmen, all HODs, IEEE team member, AO of our institute, all volunteers, media team members, especially Zamar Pasha, and who took media responsibility, students as well as who are involved directly or indirectly, make this conference great success. Once again, I pay my special thanks to our chairman and secretary who attended this inaugural session. In spite of this, they are busy schedules. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Student, please be waiting here only. One 15 minutes keynote speaker section is there. Attend it and you can leave. Only 15 minutes. Let dignitaries go.
Now I request Dr. Zia Saqib to deliver the presentation.
Good morning again. Yeah, I just wanted to just take a few minutes on medical image processing, signal processing, and those disciplines, and how they have impacted the medical community. So in many ways, today we are standing at the cusp of medical sciences and electrical engineering and electronics and computer sciences, and how they have come together to impact public health and social impact in many ways, which is unprecedented. So, certain trends which perhaps you know, for example, AI is everywhere. I think all of you probably have heard of AI. Sometimes it's overhyped, right? But nevertheless, it's there. AI is there. And I will say at least in 20% of the cases in AI, there have been solid results. 80% may be high, but 20% have shown very real, meaningful results. And medical imaging happens to be one of them. People talk about, generative AI, chat GPT, we can do this and that. Many of that may be true, may not be true, but in terms of imaging and medical imaging, it has done tremendous strides in the last 10 years. Telemedicine, if you remember during the time of COVID, many of us probably were using a platform called Practo or something similar to Practo, right? Consulting doctors, getting advice from doctors and all that. Telemedicine has become a mainstream now. Then I will skip number 3. I'll come to IoT in wearable healthcare. Okay. A lot of wearable devices, sensors, are being used now to monitor health. Okay. And then organ care technology in bioprinting. There have been cases of actually 3D printing of human organs also. Okay. With some degree of success, not entirely, I will say, a very successful venture. But of all these 6 trends, I will talk about number 1, number 2, and number 3 today, because I don't have a whole lot of time. There are 2 areas I will speak within health and medical, which has impacted our lives in a big way. 2 areas in terms of diseases and human condition. One is, I think all of you will agree with me, all of you probably know someone, or you know someone who knows someone who has diabetes, right? Diabetes very common. 25 to 30 crore people in this country are suffering from diabetes. And another big number perhaps are suffering from diabetes but don't even know about it. So a huge number. What we call as pre-diabetic. People who are moving into diabetes but they don't know it. So I would say roughly, approximately 30 to 40 crore people in this country are actually suffering from diabetes. A very deadly disease. They call it a slow killer, right? And many of us probably have seen people got into very severe health conditions because of diabetes, in spite of all the medications which are available. And second big killer is cancer. Right? Again, you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody has cancer, right? And among women, the biggest killer is breast cancer. Right? Again, 1 out of 8 ladies eventually will get cancer in this country. That's the statistics, which is almost exactly 12.5%. Huge number. Huge number of women, unfortunately, during their lifetime, probably will suffer from cancer. So if you add up these numbers, 12.5% here of women, plus almost 30 to 40% people who are suffering from diabetes. And remember, diabetes is not just a high sugar. A lot of people say it's only high sugar. You go test your blood and control your diet and take some pills. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I'm not a medical doctor, but I've been working with doctors for the last 10 years in this area. And I have picked up information from here and there on diabetes and cancer to talk a little bit about it. So actually, diabetes takes a toll on your body. It takes a toll on the whole body. All your organs get affected. Not only your kidney, your heart, your liver, your lungs, your food gets affected. And what if we say as engineers or computer science people, can we find a solution so that people don't have to suffer as much? I've seen people, people's legs getting amputated because of diabetes. I've seen it myself. We have a network of 130 doctors across the country who give us a lot of feedback on diabetes and diabetic complications. So why am I talking about diabetes? Because the first manifestation of diabetes is not by blood sugar. It's not blood sugar. The first manifestation of diabetes actually happens in your eyes. I'm sure a lot of people may have heard about it, but it's a fact. Eyes are the first organ in your body which gets affected by diabetes. Okay. And eye also happens to be the only organ in the body which is visible to the outside world. Right? My eyes are visible to the outside world. It's the only organ. And if you look in the inside of the eyes, the retina, the behind of the eyes, can easily be imaged by a little sophisticated cameras. And a lot of information can be captured by those cameras in your retina, which actually shows not only the manifestation of diabetes, but manifestation of other diseases such as chronic kidney disease, end-stage kidney failure, heart disease, Alzheimer's, dementia, and all those things. All those patterns are found in the eyes. So I just here. So this is the back of the eye, right? And this is called the optic disc and optic nerve. And then you see all these blood vessels coming out. Okay. They actually have a very particular pattern in it. And the pattern changes, it indicates there's something wrong in your body. So what an easy way to figure out, a very non-invasive way of figuring out the health of your body is actually taking a snapshot of your eyes. Instead of pricking needles in your body, taking blood, urine and things like that, which can be very messy sometimes and not very pleasant. Well, how why not take snap of the eyes? Because you see this particular eye here, it has these conditions here. These are called exudates and hemorrhages. They indicate the kidney is failing. The kidney is failing. So in 1 second, even I, as a non-medical professional, could figure out this problem in the eyes. Okay. This would have taken a doctor many days to figure out, because then he'll send you to a pathology lab. He will take a urine test, blood test, and God knows how many other tests. Come back after 2 days, 3 days, a week, and then he will look at your result for maybe 30 seconds and prescribe some medicine. And then he forgets about you till you come next time. Right? Is that what happens? Right. Whereas in this case, you have documented condition of your eyes. The doctor has an image of this, and when you come next time, he knows whether you have improved, stayed the same, or deteriorated. So imaging, I can come back to imaging, my field. Imaging actually helps in monitoring a very deadly disease. So what do we do here? We take a snapshot like this using a retinal camera and do a lot of vessel geometry. This is the vessel geometry. If you see these blood vessels, they have angles. If you see branches, so we calculate the number of branches, the angle between the branches. 11 parameters are calculated based on these branches, and plus these lesions we call them, and calculate what is the condition of your body. Alternative to that would have been pathology lab test. Spend hours and hours sitting there, spending thousands of rupees, and still don't know what the hell is going on. So this gives you a report immediately within 10 seconds using AI. So we do image pre-processing and then AI analysis of this and give you a report within 10 seconds. So the doctor, you're sitting in front of the doctor, and doctor can take a printout and give it to you. It has a visual effect. A visual effect. Now when you see somebody see the eyes looking like this, oh my God, this is how it looks like, this is my eye looks like. And you take immediate action, you become compliant, you take medications, you take advice as a doctor. As opposed to, somebody hands you over a piece of paper saying this is your report, and you go home and then you don't know what those numbers actually mean. Most of these numbers actually are non-readable by humans. Am I correct? Right? So, this is a practical application of AI where I mentioned AI has been really impactful. It is really making a change. It's not a hype. Breast scan. Now, the only way, the gold standard for detecting cancer in the breast is basically a mammogram, X-ray. All women above the age of 35 are supposedly do annual test, mammogram. But that doesn't happen actually. Probably from your own families, it doesn't happen. And when breast cancer actually hits you, it usually is very late. By the time it is detectable by mammograms, it is usually late. And I don't have the time to show you the progression of cancer. The cancer starts with 2 cells, 2 misbehaving cells, and multiplies into, in a logarithmic way. And it takes 6 months for 2 cells to become 65 lakh cells. And when it becomes 65 lakh cells, a tumor develops. And that tumor is visible in mammogram. So if somebody has 60 or 55 million bad cells in their body, X-ray cannot detect it. And this is where many people miss it. And they end up, unfortunately, not treatable. What this breast scan does using thermal scanning is that we actually do not look for tumors, we look for temperature difference in your body. And the theory is that wherever there is a malignant cell or tissue in your body, the temperature of that tissue actually is higher than the tissue enabling it. If you calculate that temperature, you can figure out there's something wrong in your body much before the mammogram can actually detect it. So in many ways, this is preventive way of not only detecting but predicting cancer. And here again, AI has played a very important role, extremely important. This is a typical report which is generated by AI. This project which we are doing. If you look at this, it gives you the details about your left eye, right eye, what is the condition, what is the diagnosis, what is the outcome of this, and also recommendation. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 95% accuracy, 91% sensitivity, and almost 90% of specificity, which means very few false positives and very few false negatives. An average doctor anywhere, has a sensitivity of 85%. Even doctors can make mistakes. Right? And the frequency of making mistakes is about 15% for doctors. Here, it is less than a doctor's mistake. So this is a report you get. Actually, it is less than 10 seconds. If you look at this number here, the time is 42 minutes 43 seconds. And the report was generated 42 minutes 51 seconds, which is 7 seconds. In 7 seconds, the report is generated, sent back to the doctor. So this is a very marvelous and practical impactful application of AI. Similarly, this is a report of thermal breast scanning. So we take 5 different views of the lady: front view, left, the right 45 degrees, 90 degrees, and left 45, 90 degrees, and calculate first order, second order statistical parameters to find if there is any asymmetry in the temperatures. Okay. And then we give a summary here and risk factor. So the risk factor is, let's say, above a certain number. Then you are advised to go to an oncologist immediately. If this was not done, if such a scanning was not done, you would not know what is going wrong, and then by the time you go to oncologist, it will be too late. In many ways, this is a predictive way of prevention. Actually, there's a very well-known company in Bangalore which is also doing it. I don't know, some of you probably will know the company's name, which is doing quite well in this area. And when we started this, we were not aware of that company. But that company is quite well known. They have won international in this and doing good work. So these are the 2 areas where I just wanted to make you aware of what AI is doing in the medical imaging. So we have imaging. Imaging is a classical field. All of you know that. Signal processing, image processing, classical fields. AI has its own hype, and whatever you take it, some good and some bad. But if you combine these two in a way where actually it can make a difference in somebody's life. So I'll urge all of you to look at this field as a long-standing career. It's a good career. And interestingly, when you meet doctors and talk about this, they have no clue about it. Most of the doctors I know, they're actually very interested. How is this done? How can you do this? Tell me more about it. So as engineers and technologists and scientists, it is our job to take this further into the public domain. We are doing our best to take it to the public health system, trying to install this in small hospitals. But more needs to be done. So this is all I had. Short discussion. If you have any questions, I can take it. Thank you very much. The thermal scanning part. Yes, it is. It is almost 85%. 85%, and we have compared this with mammograms and ultrasound, MRI, and all that, and we found that we are able to predict some what should we call temperature rise and abnormalities much before a mammogram can actually pick up. See, a mammogram actually is a structural imaging, which means it is looking for structure, it is looking for a tumor. This is functional imaging. It is looking for a function of a particular tissue, which is temperature. So temperature is picked up faster than actually structure. So this is, I would say, this is little better than mammogram. Yeah, a lot of doctors now are using it. Now, I'll just one more comment I'll make, little controversial, but it's a fact that many of these doctors who we have approached, especially the older doctors, people who have been practicing for many years, they are very resilient to this because they have been doing mammograms for 30-40 years. But the younger doctors, people who are younger, let's say, who graduated less than 10 years ago, they are very enthusiastic about it. I mean, they're so enthusiastic that they are pushing this project. Where the older doctors are too saturated, not interested, that kind of thing. But it is going quite well. It will take some time. One company, one group cannot do this. We need a lot of participation. And I look at this as a very good career. I mean, this was present 25 years ago, I would have jumped into it full time. But for you, all of you, it is a good time to actually look into this as a possible career where you can utilize your electronics, electrical, signal processing knowledge to solve healthcare problems. Thank you.
I request all the students, yes students please, I request all the students, few minutes more. So another speaker we'll have a presentation for 10 minutes. Then after that you can go for the lunch. Please, I request students to come back. Thank you, Dr. Siyasafid sir, for delivering such an enlightening and insightful presentation. Now I request Mr. Sumanti to deliver the presentation.
Hello everyone. Before I start, are you hungry? Right? I'll try to close it early. 10 minutes, bear with me. Even I'm a bit sick and a bit hungry, so I think we'll manage it. Good afternoon everyone. It's a pleasure to be back at this institution again. Last year I was standing at the same place, delivering more or less the same talk. So if any of you had attended last year's session would be used to my pace. The topic that I'll be taking you through is on disruptive technologies. The focus is a bit on business, a bit on engineering, a bit on management, because of one specific reason. If you need a code immediately, in most cases, it's just like doing your assignments. You generate it through ChatGPT. How many of you are using ChatGPT for your assignments? All of you? You don't have to be really, on modest about it. It's okay. I know your faculties are here, but even I teach in a college and I tell them explicitly where they should use ChatGPT and where they shouldn't. So I'm one of their favorite faculty. So going by the topic that we have today, how does the modern technologies, whether it be AI, ML, blockchain, metaverse, influence our decision making, how we go about solving critical problems, and how you as future students can make a change in terms of different industries, whether it be on automotive, could be manufacturing, could be retail, could be anything. So we'll start this session with a quick question. How many of you will actually feel low if social media is down? Let's say Instagram, WhatsApp. Would it matter to you if Instagram or WhatsApp is down? Yes? What if LinkedIn is down? I don't care. I get it. But let's say you join a company, okay? And you're getting a hefty salary, and on the 31st of that month, your salary is not credited. Now I'm giving you a comparison. Which one will be trickier for you? If your Instagram is down or if you don't get your salary? Right? So when we talk about my organization like SAP, we try to ensure that businesses run smoothly, and whatever you have done at the end of the month, you get your salaries credited on time. Okay? Now there are different processes involved in this entire journey. You might be a developer, you might be an engineer, whatever it is. You work for a specific amount of hour, that hour gets credited somewhere, financial systems come in, blah 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 happens, and finally you get the salary in your bank account. So there are multiple touch points which basically influence how our salary gets created in a bank. Okay? Similarly, when you think about buying a laptop, what do? You basically check Amazon, Flipkart, blah blah blah, wherever there is this costliest, the cheapest option available with the best of features, right? So you take a quotation, whether it's Amazon, Flipkart, etc. Then you slowly move towards finding the best solution. From the best solution, you order it. Amazon then starts a process. They make a payment. You make a payment. Then Amazon basically holds it in their account and doesn't pay to the seller until everything is delivered. And it ends with you paying the cash to Amazon and Amazon paying the cash to the seller. So this process is called quote to cash. Right? Quote to cash. Okay? In this scenario, there are multiple people involved, multiple things which are happening. And if you look at the current technological advancements, there are multiple touch points which is influenced by an AI or an ML. So, coming back to the initial question, you're still okay if Instagram is down, but if you don't get your salary credited to your account, forget you. Faculties, even you won't be happy, right? So, we are living in the world of generative AI. Okay? How many of you are from CSC department? Wow, I love it. And how many of you are focusing on machine learning? Okay. Somewhere there. You will get there. Now, why I mention machine learning or an AI is because you need to understand how a model is being trained, how a huge amount of data gets processed, whether it's through a perceptron, whether it's through multiple, layers of your neural network, etc., etc. You'll get there. If you already haven't, I will encourage you to basically go through some courses, reach out to your faculties, understand how machine learning actually works. Because, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is because my students are doing their MBA. When I ask them to work on a specific machine learning business use case, you know what they do? They go to ChatGPT. I've trained them to write the proper prompt. ChatGPT basically gives them the Python code. and it is generated, things are working fine. So if an MBA student who's coming out of a non-engineering background can do this thing so fast, we are at a risk. You know where you can make a difference? They do not know what has happened, but you would. You have to make those decision making faster. You have to understand how a reinforcement learning works and then make better algorithms. Today, if let's say billions and billions of data is getting processed in a minute, max maybe, or maybe a model training happens in months, you have to ensure that it does get trained at a very smaller rate. Now, on that context, I'll just tell you about what all different processes or business processes are there, because when you are using these technologies, you're not using these technologies for just simply doing something. You're trying to solve a problem. There are so many different ERP and modules which are there for which you can work and figure out a problem statement that you can solve. You have HRM, you have logistics, you have CRM, etc. etc. I'm not going to waste time because I know you are hungry, so am I. But each business process can be now moved into specific end-to-end scenarios. For example, if you see the first one, quote to cash, I just gave you that example. Try and imagine how you can make suppliers or a buyer's life easier using an AI or an ML. What if you already can predict which a person would like, which laptop a person would like based on their previous preferences or the type of searches they have done? Makes life easy, right? Else, a person like me spends a week or two just trying to identify which laptop I should get. And it's not just about laptop, mobiles, or at one point of time, car. So it can be anything. Try and figure out from that perspective what are the common problems people might have and how you can, with or without utilizing a ChatGPT, can generate code which basically will help us find a new application. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is technology has moved forward in such a pace. It has opened up boundaries where we can do a lot of things. But as engineers, as future software developers, you have the possibility of going deeper and trying to optimize them. Okay? So what are the different types of areas that you can touch? There are multiple. I wanted to touch base on the topic I am working for, my PhD topic. That is on Industry 4.0. When you say Industry 4.0, you consider the manufacturing of a car, or let's take the manufacturing of a laptop. Your laptop might be from Lenovo or an HCL or an SR or whatever it is, but your sound system might be from somebody else. Could be Dolby, could be, I don't even remember which ones. Your motherboard will be from something else, your screen would be from something else. But there's Lenovo, which has basically brought everything together. They have assembled it. My job for my topic is to understand how we realize these kind of different equipments or spare parts as digital versions of it, also called digital twins. Using it, I try to predict if there is some modification, some changes in the process which will help the buyer. Or for example, let's say you are in a factory, okay, and there's something going wrong in, let's say, a blast furnace. You're not even there physically. How will you not, without even being there, rectify or identify what is the problem? You can do it using digital twins. And they are basically, brought together using something called business networks. Because as you can see, your laptop might be built by one manufacturer, but your sound system is brought forward by somebody else, a Dolby. Now, Lenovo might be using Dolby. HP might also be using Dolby. So it's a network of manufacturers which basically influence the business behind the entire end-to-end scenario. And if you see the word OEMs, it basically means original equipment manufacturers. Now you might be thinking, why am I telling all these things by holding you from your lunch? The point is, learn these terminologies, go back, Google it out, figure out if there's something you can do with what you're learning. Okay? Now, focusing on digital twins, as I mentioned, a digital twin is a digitized representation of a real life physical object. Could be a car, could be a motor, could be anything. Okay. Now, if I think about a bibliometric study, as in people who have researched on digital twins, there's a lot of research being done in different ways. None of them have actually come up with a standard version. Right now, the topic I'm working on is a standard version which is adapted by multiple automotive industry companies. It is called Asset Administration Shell. So, the objective for our topic, or my topic basically, is to identify how I use this standardized version of having a physical object represented in a digitized manner and then take it up for different processes. Trust me, you don't have to be an automotive expert for that. You need to understand how you can leverage an AI/ML on that to generate data, to simplify the processes, etc. etc. So this is basically a digitized version of that particular equipment. What is that equipment? That's an equipment from Schneider Electric. It basically doesn't have a 3D model or something, but still, just by looking at the data, you can understand it has all the necessary features and attributes that is required for me understanding what equipment it is, who's manufactured it, and how we can go about influencing the processes it involves. I haven't even seen that equipment yet, but I have already done multiple process changes and how it looks, etc., etc., without even once looking at it. Okay? And the moment you have that kind of a realization for a real life object, imagine it's all about data. The moment it's about data, we can think about doing analytics, we can think about having cloud applications, so on and so forth. The possibilities for you in this. Okay? And this is the topic I'm currently working on, how to put more autonomy in such kind of a standardization, and how this basically helps our industry or automotive companies in going about their businesses. I'll skip this in the interest of time. But then when I say autonomy, it's our best friend ChatGPT, or basically what is behind it, generating AI. Now you should understand a few things. When somebody says that ChatGPT or GPT 3.5, which is available for free, why does it say that the data is updated until September of 2021? Why is it not until now? Why do we have to use a Gemini? Why do we have to purchase a GPT-4 and then go about understanding? The model creation was until September 2020. If you know this piece and then try to relate with how deep learning works, you'll be able to explain somebody how ChatGPT was designed in the first place. The moment you have that understanding, you can go about further bettering the entire concept of it. So my request to all of you is, whatever you're hearing from me or Zia sir, take it back, Google it out, even ask ChatGPT to figure out, okay, what more can be done. Use it and see if you can build something new. Okay? See, it's about how we use the technologies in terms of making the world a better place. I missed out on mentioning one of the industries, sustainability. You can even do a lot of things using digital twins so that you can make the world a better place to live. Trust me, as one of our dignitaries was mentioning about being free thinkers. You can only become free thinkers if you're thinking about these problems without your faculties giving you an assignment. Now, enough of this philosophy, we'll do it maybe some other time, but we'll skip this as well, but you can realize, right, whatever I'm talking about data. The moment I'm talking about data, I'm actually talking about analytics. What more can we infer from it? What more can we interpret from it? A few decades back, I don't remember if I've given this example last time as well, but it's one of my favorite. US-based grocery and retail shops were giving discounts on the purchase of beer and PP diamonds. Doesn't make sense. But they figured out a pattern. Or for example, if you are, let's say, going to a retail shop, you will always find bread and milk at the same place. Even if you're not willing to buy milk, you end up purchasing it if you're buying bread. These are tactics which these retail chains have put forward, but how? They realize that people who buy bread also buy milk. People who buy bread and milk also buy sugar. So no matter how simple it is, you are surrounded by such examples which are influenced by technology, which are influenced by analytics, which are influenced by all these things. Try and take a look at it and simplify these things. As I mentioned, patterns that trigger reactions. And industries, when you start your work, will basically be exposed to this kind of a dashboard where you can make different decisions out of it. Okay? And at the end of it, being free thinkers, a bit of philosophy before I end it. And Elon Musk has an Elon Musk because even if he hasn't developed it, he has a group of engineers who have done it for him. Right? So, when you're thinking about developing something new, the research is the background, and colleagues people who are listening to this online and people who are seated here, if you want to come up with something new, you have to do research. You have to figure out what has been done and what people couldn't think of. That's where I'll only encourage you to go through your studies at one place and then take it further by understanding what challenges are there that you can solve using technology. For example, the one I mentioned. Without even being in that particular space, I can look at a digital twin data and identify what has gone on. Similarly, figure out instances from your daily life or things you see, things you read in a newspaper. I'm not sure if you read one. Try and figure out different use cases which basically will help you give ways to make this entire process simple. Sustainability, you can take up any industry, but relate back with whatever you're learning and then take it. And hence, maybe we are looking at the next Elon Musk here, coming up with their own startups. You never know. Too much to ask for. I can see the smirk, so it can happen. You never know. But again, I'll end my talk with this. I know I didn't dive deeper into the PhD topic I'm doing. I hope I stayed within 10 minutes, if not 15. But if you have any questions, you can ask me now, or you have the scan code. If you want to get in touch with me, we can discuss further if you have any questions. So, any questions? I know you are hungry, you're almost there. So if not, you can clap and then we.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected dignitaries on dais and off the dais. I welcome you all to the validating function. Now, I call Professor Mohammad Fazile Ilahi to call upon the participants' name.
Good afternoon, one and all. So first we'll call upon the participants to present their certificates. There's one in physical mode, it is offline. So first of all, I want to call upon Divanshu Pandey. Please start. Debash Maji. Debash Maji. So now next one. Debas Machi and team. Stally Are. Yeah. Please come. Katta Sai Teja. Please. Come. Hello? Oh, yeah. So come from there. Come from there. Nidhi Prashant. Bhanu Rekha. Bhanu Rekha. Balaji. Mohammad Anas Khan. सर घूम फिर जाओ इधर दे दो सर दे दो नागेश शिवप्पा Nandapani, sir. Hello there. Wait, sir. Wait, sir. Sir, principal, sir, EO, sir, and head of the R&D, sir. The Dandapani, sir, has submitted 4 papers to our conference. Last time also 4 got selected. Even this time also 4 papers, yes, sir. Please, with a round of applause, please. All the 4. Anurag Singh. Yes. Back at call. Shwas. Backs. Next. Ide. No. Yes. Now I request section chair Dr. Prabhayan. Please come on the stage, ma'am. Even she is a section coordinator also. Both certificates. Now next section chair for today's physical offline mode, Dr. Dilshad Begum, ma'am. Next section chair, Dr. Javed Akhtar, sir. This is not good. Jamal Pasha, please come. Behalf of Dr. Javed Akhtar, please receive his certificate as a section chair. Please. Yes, now the backbone, those who are supported overall for the conference, sir, as a section coordinator and even as a volunteers, all are present here. Without you, this program might be not today successful. To be frank, you are there to me as a backbone. Thank you so much for everybody by the bottom of my heart joining my hands and thanks one and all. Yeah. First section coordinator, Dr. Amanullah sir. Please. You sir, administrative officer sir. Yes sir, please present them. Dr. Amanullah sir, section coordinator. Professor Zara Amrin. Professor Umar Khan Durani sir. Bag. Hey, bag. Professor Rajlashmi GP, ma'am. Ready, bag. Ready, over. Ready, next one. What? Professor Ganeshan sir. Professor Atul Ghosh. Professor Atul Ghosh, please come closer. Professor Jagdish Kumar HB. Professor Muhammad Zamar Pasha. Professor Rajeshwari MR. Professor Rajeshwari MR. Professor Sufia Begum. She is not there. ये दे नहीं दे दो उनका सब चलता है ये सुफिया दे दो उनका है सर्टिफिकेट आप पे बेफिक्र है ना हाँ ये सेक्शन नट्सता था प्रोफेसर एस मीनास तबस्सुम प्रोफेसर मोहम्मद मुजम्मिल अहमद नेक्स्ट मुजम्मिल Professor Afroza Firdos, ma'am. Next one. Professor Rumana Mushtaq. Professor Arjuman Nasrin Banu. Yeah, next time they will, sir. When they got two kids from last 2 years. Yeah, head in sir, Kartara. Rumana Mushtaq. He only took Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Professor Ravindra Kumar TH. Please come, sir. Professor Irfan Khan. Ibrahim sir, collect behalf of him, please. Collect कर ले. आ रही है. उन बाद में बोला. Professor Ibrahim Khalilullah Khan. Please come on stage. Professor Irfan Khan, please come first. Now I request all the students to give standing ovation to your friend who is from the P1 to the principal. He sacrificed whole time. Let it be like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. He'll complete the task. He'll send to them mail or WhatsApp. Then he'll sleep. None other than Mr. Ayub Mayus Khan. Please come on the other section coordinator. Please. Please, students, please. That quality I want among you also. Those who are juniors. If I am false, you can ask your teachers. They are live. Yeah, whatever. One bag to be given as per principal's instructions. Claps him. Ayub, behalf of management, principal, all staff members, From the bottom of heart, I salute you. Now, Miss Almas Sadaf Faruqi, Section Coordinator. She helps in a physical mode. ಸಾಕು ಇಟ್ಬಿಡು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇಡು ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿತದ ಯಾರು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಂ Mausumi Mundal, she's there. Please come, ma'am. And Shrumna Manjumdar, please come. One bag you get. No bag. They are present already. They are collected morning. Your good name, ma'am? Sorry for the delay. Okay, sorry for the delay. Yes, now I call upon Director, Head of R&D and Head of Civil Department, none other than Dr. N.S. Kumar sir, to circulate the certificates to hand over the volunteers. Yeah. Mr. Suhas R. Bangalore. Misbah Mahin. Misbah Mahin. Misbah Konen. Misbah Konen. Come first. Ananya S. Rakshita. Ananya S. Misbah Konen. Git. She is a Misbah Konen. Git. They are coming, sir. I know it. Then Ananya, she is there. Only everybody knows you. That is the problem. Hope so. Rakshita. Punyashri. Sayyada Minnat. Harshita Sinde. Ayman Naveed, come first. Harshita Sinde, come first. Not normal walk, catwalk, come first. Mahin Khana. Sabah Afreen. Khushi Prasad. Sabah Afreen. Akash. Ananya. Sayyada Umra. Priyanka. Come first. Prerna. Fazilat Mehndi. Suteja Javeria. Wait, Suteja. Side me down. Fazilat, come first. Gagan Nashri. Nooran, Nasha, Nooran, please come. Nikit Paul. Chirag. Chirag. Manoj. Jasip. Darshan. Arsalan. Darshan. Arsalan. Amik, Tariq, Amik, come connected. Nahe. Tasmiya, Tasmiya, मैंने कम पोस्ट पढ़ दो ले लिया, पढ़ दो ले लिया. तस्मिया, सैयदा अदीबा मिनहज, सैयदा इशरत बानू. Volunteers, sir. All are volunteers. सैयदा इशरत बानू, नौशीन सिद्दीका, नौशीन सिद्दीका. Now I call upon Professor Ganeshan sir to come and receive his certificate and a bag. Professor Rajeshwari ma'am, she is here. Now I call upon Professor Dr. Salim Pasha as a section coordinator. He has supported in all aspects, not only in one, in all aspects. Please come out. Salim. Fine. Yes, thank you, sir. So those are present here for participated as a physical, for taking option as a physical. I thank you all the 15 participant papers IDs, those who have presented today from morning section 8 and afternoon section 7. All, nobody were absent, all the paper IDs were present. So thank you one and all. From various states you have come here. That is the prestige for us also. And maximum people, your friends itself, have presented through online also. Totally online 296 sections are going to be held by today and tomorrow. Almost today 70% over, remaining 30% will be done tomorrow. And I request one and all to attend tomorrow's keynote section from China. He is going to be delivering the lecture. Timing will be announced through your Gmail. We will be sending a mail for participants. For others, section coordinators will be putting in a group itself. Okay, I want everybody's presence to that keynote speakers session. Okay, so I thanks management for believing in me, and especially our principal Dr. Zahir Hassan sir, and administrative officer Professor Aizaz Ahmad sir, and director, that is R&D head, the Dr. N.S. Kumar sir, and all the HODs respective various departments, and my colleagues and my senior staff members. Without you and my dear students, without you all, this function might not be the successful function. Everybody appreciated in every step, from morning 8 a.m. to till now. What everybody from the management, from the others, those who came local aid, everybody appreciated principal, AO, directors and management that whatever we have done is the best. And to be frank, from last year it was 211 papers got registered. For this year 308 papers got registered. So this is the improvement in our conference. Last time we got 811 papers from across 28 countries. But this year across 24 countries we got 308 papers. 1342 papers across 24 countries. That is the thing. So this is the improvement. I request our students, those who are final year and pre-final year, you too also have to participate in the IEEE papers, that you should put a habit. Otherwise no use. Organizing is easy for you, doing volunteer is easy for you, but participating as a author is very difficult. You can ask the live authors there who has presented papers, that to one person with 4 papers. You can ask him how much it difficult to review everything. Okay, thank you sir, thank you one and all for your present. Thank you. Okay, sir, just a minute. Our principal wants to speak one few words, please.
Thank you very much. I'm interested to pass some important message as I knew regarding the enhancement in the number of publications. So I request to Professor Elahi, please make a group of those guys who are, especially who present their paper physically in our conference. In near future, we are also sharing the program and you will be please participate. Rather than the conference, other programs are also going on in our College of Engineering, even though either conducted by us or conducted by other colleagues, India and abroad. So please try to be participated in that program also. Thank you very much.
Thank you.